This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. We're getting a clearer picture of the partnership between GM and Hyundai that was officially announced in September of last year. In January, we learned that Hyundai will supply electric commercial vehicles for GM to rebadge and sell in North America. And now we know those are two EV van models, which will have Hyundai equivalents and will initially be imported from South Korea. But Hyundai is also considering making the commercial vans in North America by 2028, which could require expanding production at a current plant, building a new facility, or getting someone else to make them. As a trade-off, GM might supply Hyundai with pickup trucks to rebadge and sell in North America, with talks focused around the mid-size Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon. However, Hyundai also reportedly wants to get a version of GM's full-size trucks. But we think that GM would have to be pretty desperate to give access to the platform that likely generates its most profits. Outside of North America, Hyundai could supply GM with compact crossovers to add to its lineup in Brazil, and globally, they're considering purchasing and/or developing computer chips, batteries, and battery materials together. Elon Musk held an impromptu meeting with Tesla employees in Austin, Texas yesterday to help reassure them about all the negative headlines about the automaker. During the meeting, which was live streamed on X, Musk told workers that despite the company's stock dropping 40% this year, they should hold on to their shares, saying that the, quote, future is bright and exciting. But on top of the company's stock dropping, more owners are trading in their Teslas at a record pace. According to data from Edmunds, 2017 and newer Teslas made up 1.4% of all the vehicles traded in through March 15th, up from 0.4% last March. That would be the highest monthly share that Edmunds has ever seen for people trading in their Teslas to a dealership. However, it's not all bad news for Tesla today. The senior director of its 4680 battery cells told The Information that versions of the Cybertruck will feature its new dry cathode batteries later this year. By applying the cathode material in a dry powdered form instead of with liquid solvents, Tesla is able to greatly reduce complexity and the energy needed to make batteries, which significantly cuts cost as well. The company has previously said the dry coating process could save it $1 billion in manufacturing costs. Prior reports have also indicated that Tesla will use the same method for the batteries that it puts in the robotaxi. Fisker Ocean owners are getting a lifeline from an unlikely source. Rivian has partnered with Chase Bank to allow Ocean owners to offload their vehicle. They have three options: sell your car to Rivian, trade it into Rivian for a discount on one of its vehicles, or sell it back to Chase Bank if it doesn't work anymore. According to reports, they're offering over $36,000 for some Oceans, which is likely a lot less than the original sticker price, but also significantly more than they're worth on the open market.
There's nothing wrong with heavy metal.
Hey, lighten up.
But with world-class composite material, Teijin Automotive Technologies makes vehicles lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly.
As we reported earlier this week, Chinese EV startup Xiaomi is growing at a rapid pace. It only started selling vehicles about a year ago, but it's already sold 200,000 vehicles in China, and it just raised its sales target for the year by 50,000 units to 350,000 vehicles. And now Xiaomi has its sights set on the European market. Reuters reports that the company has hired at least 5 executives, including ones from BMW, for a new EV research and development center that will be located in Germany. It's also hiring engineers and designers for its European operations. Earlier this week, Xiaomi's president said the company is aiming to sell vehicles outside of China in 2027. And the price war in China is putting a big dent in dealer profits. According to a survey of dealers by the China Automobile Dealers Association, only 39% were profitable last year, while 19% broke even, and the remaining 42% of dealers reported losses. Part of the problem is that 84% of the dealers said they sold new vehicles for less than the price that they paid to automakers. And while sales of new passenger vehicles were up 5.5% last year, dealers aren't very optimistic about this year. Only 51% said they expect sales to improve, 23% believe they'll decline, and 26% said they think sales will be flat. China's car market is saturated with too many brands, so automakers have been fighting it out in a prolonged price war in an effort to sell as many vehicles as possible. Europe's tariffs on Chinese-made EVs are having mixed results. While sales of those EVs did drop last year, Chinese automakers are making up those losses with ICEs and plug-in hybrids. According to market researcher Dataforce, Chinese automakers sold about 38,900 vehicles in Europe in February, up 64% compared to a year ago. Sales of BEVs imported from China fell 3.4% to just over 11,000 units compared to the overall BEV market, which was up 26%. Meanwhile, though, PHEV sales from the Chinese brands, which we might add don't face tariffs, skyrocketed 321% to 4,700 vehicles, and sales of non-hybrid Chinese models were up 27% to about 11,800 units. Chery, BYD, and SAIC's MG brand accounted for most of the gains. Looks like there's a new top EV motor in town. Last August, GAC claimed it had developed the fastest spinning EV motor with a top speed of 30,000 RPM, which was better than Lucid at 20,000 RPM, Tesla at about 23,000, and Xiaomi at over 27,000 RPM. But now BYD is introducing a new motor that can spin at over 30,500 RPM. Introduced at the same event as its new 1,000-volt architecture, each motor module is said to generate 580 kilowatts, or about 775 horsepower, which provides impressive performance. But it should also boost range by quite a bit. GAC said its motor could add 50 kilometers or 31 miles of range to an EV, or 150 kilometers or 93 miles of range to an EREV. Okay, time for another Autoline poll. If you watched yesterday's show, you saw our story about how Amazon is going to start selling used vehicles online. And that made us wonder how you would prefer to buy a used car. 1, I want the ease of buying online. 2, I go through the dealer. Or 3, I like to go with a third-party seller. You can vote by going to the Post tab on the Autoline Network homepage on YouTube, or you can leave the answer in the comments section on our website. We'll reveal the results on Monday's Autoline Daily. And with that, we wrap up today's show. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a great weekend.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Intrepid Control Systems. Over-the-air engineering boost your game. And by Teijin Automotive Technologies, the formula for better mobility.
Developing today's vehicles. Issues can happen in an instant. When's the best time to solve a problem? The minute you know you have one. Meet Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your secure, off-the-shelf solution empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Wards is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now. Check your company's intranet for details and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.